Good morning, my honeybees. Sorry, my darling bees. I keep saying honey, but I've got to be careful. I don't want to get copyright. So, since I'm Australian, I wanted to show you guys. This is a staple diet in Australia called Weet-Bix, made out of Australian wheat. And they look pretty boring. So generally in this culture, the men compete as young boys to see who can eat the most Weet-Bix. In Australia, when my husband was young, he used to eat 11 or something like that, and his brother used to always try and outdo each other. And yeah, that's a very common thing here. So what I do, hang on, keep that. I use this milk. It's lactose free. Even though I still react to it, I don't know what it is about milk. No matter what I use, whether it's soy, lactose free, almond, it doesn't seem to matter. It always upsets my stomach. I don't know what's in it. That's in common, but I can't seem to eat it, drink it. It makes me get the runs, and I have a lot of issues digesting it. So then you can sprinkle berries, bananas, anything like that. I just go for a small amount of plain sugar or cane sugar, fake sugar, stuff like that. This was the first thing I was able to eat when I ate something in hospital, solid. So that's what it looks like. So the point of it is so you get it's still got a little bit of crunch. You can hear the little bit of crunch there. So I just got to move this. It's a bit heavy on my back, especially the milk. Oh, I'll keep that there. My kids love this. My 4-year-old eats 4. My son can eat 6. I can manage 2. I never liked them as a kid. It was actually never a household. We had a lot of porridge, oats, all leftovers from the night before. But as I'm older, I find that this is an easier meal for me to eat. And if you've had any surgery, bariatric surgery, here in Australia, this is one of the first things you get to. You get scrambled eggs, baked beans, or tin spaghetti, and Weet-Bix. I'm already full. Oh, one more bite of one. And I think, unfortunately, I'm done. It's only... I'll show you my favorite drink. It is like my go-to for antioxidants, vitamins, calcium, all that sort of stuff that I need a load of. Sugar-free aloe vera crushed water. It's even my 4-year-old loves it. She tries to get me to siphon all the aloe vera bits so she can eat them. It's quite yum. So this and tea were the things that my go-tos when I was pregnant. Like before, I had severe hyperemesis, so I threw up throughout my whole pregnancies, both of them. I was very, very sick. And yeah, this is actually made in South Korea. And it's made with real aloe vera pieces. Here you go. It's really nice and cold. Oh, had a really nice shower. Feel a bit better. Ugh. Sorry guys, I can't move my phone with that hand. I was gonna fall. It is so refreshing. Oh, pardon me. It's really refreshing. But I'm very, very full. So, I have said I wanted to show some Australian foods. This is one of them. Another one of our big eating items would be barramundi. Caught fresh off Lord Howe Island, which isn't far off the coast of Sydney. I myself have gone and caught many there. It was great. Can't do it anymore, but oh man, that is good stuff. And you know it's good after you've brushed your teeth and it still tastes like heaven. And I finally finished that sports drink yesterday, and I made myself drink that much in oh my goodness, I'm sorry, in a couple of hours. It's when you tell you're full, when you start hiccuping. And but it's a short video, and not much to, not a great deal eaten. I apologize. Like, I've got to be the world's smallest eating mukbanger around, because yeah, like I said before guys, I'm not doing this to be part of a culture that encourages indulging in junk food or things like that. One, it's too expensive. And two, I'm trying to encourage, this is more for myself, to encourage myself to eat and to try and help people that have had bariatric surgery that are struggling to get back on, that are having difficulties eating. I've known of people who've gone for 7 years only eating soup. And I'm sorry, my asthma's playing up right now. Goodness, embarrassing on a video. Yeah, to encourage people that've had bariatric surgery to try and keep trying different foods to get your energy up. Now, I chose Weet-Bix this morning because they're really rich in fibre, and it's 97% whole grain, low sugar. It's Australian owned and Australian made, 100%. And it's got all the dietary information on the back. It even gives you a recipe. Now, I use a crushed Weet-Bix or things like that, or this for many things. I used it when I was cooking a lot. I make a cumin based meatball, and they're really, really yummy. Mixed herbs, fresh from the garden, and I've got cumin and garlic, mustard seeds, slightly cooked out first so you get rid of that flavour. Cook it all together, and then, well, don't cook it all together, I apologise. Put in a mixing bowl, crush 1.5 with a Weet-Bix, and generally you won't even need egg. That's a good binder in itself that makes you really good Weet-Bix, really good meatballs. Also, if you don't have any breadcrumbs or things like that, you can also use it to crumb chicken, things like that. You know, crumb it, put it in the oven, and it'll crisp up quite nicely. I haven't done that as many times as I have used it as a binder. Instead of having to use egg and bread, I use this. So it's very good for you, and it's a huge part of Australian culture. So just sharing that with you guys. We don't have the fancy takeaway restaurants that you have around the world. We have we've got my favorite Thai place here. I absolutely love Thai food. Chicken Penang, beef massaman curry is one of my favorites. Chicken Penang I can't eat as much as I used. Well, I don't think I can eat it at all now because of the spiciness and my lack of esophageal control makes it really hard to have any spicy foods. It really upsets my stomach because I don't have the lining, and so I don't have that in I don't have that a great deal. So I have pad thai noodles, and I've only found one place here in Queensland that does it really good, and so I go to them. They're not open on a Monday, but every other day they are, and I absolutely love their food. Before I went for my surgery, I used to go there and I'd get the $12 lunch deal. Chicken pad thai noodles and a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke, and that for me that was heavenly. And also chicken fried rice with chicken Penang was one of my other favorites, and their Thai fish cakes. I can't think I can eat 1 or 2 now. And that fills me up to little fish cakes. And I'm absolutely ready to bulge out of my pants. So, yeah, I'd like to do a sushi mukbang, but I'll always over order, and I think my eyes are bigger than my stomach, and last time I ordered $87 worth of sushi because it's very expensive here, and we don't even have the real crab. It's crab like meat. I mean, we do have fresh crab obviously, but not in the sushi in Australia. It's the cheapest cut of the chicken, like the thigh, gets used to use the teriyaki chicken, which is still quite nice. It's actually one of the best parts to make soups and stews and stuff like that, because it goes really tender. Or chicken cacciatore. Ugh. I hate it when it goes really soggy, but I'm gonna try and have another bite. My mouth is really dry. Don't look too dehydrated. The good thing about it, if you have no teeth, you don't have to chew it. It's just mush. But it's very filling. And can't believe both my kids can now eat me now. I watch the Korean mukbang queen, Dorothy. I've actually got on my iPad while I'm doing this, and I'm just in awe of the wonderful food that she eats and makes. She's a talented cook and the queen of spicy chili challenges. My goodness, I've seen a lot of challenges out there. One of the videos I recently saw is, a lot of Americans are doing the 2 times spicy noodle challenge, or the Ripper ghost pepper challenge. She does it and doesn't even blink an eye. She ate the Ripper chili, and she had the 2 times spicy noodle, and she ate them both, and the spiciest noodles that have ever come out. And they sent her samples, obviously. They said you don't have to film it, you can do it off camera and let us know what you think. And the noodles were actually black, and yeah, she just ate it, and it was like nothing. She was like, oh yeah, it tastes really, I like the taste. I like the more Korean ones better. They're very popular in Malaysia, but this one's, I think they taste like flour. And she said that they're very nice, but they're very different. The sample she got, she said it's more savoury than the 2 times spicy noodles. Now, even I've looked for those in Australia. We don't sell it. So the newest ones I found were the soy and mild spicy, I can't remember the name of them, but we bought them in the packs at our local shopping centre, unless you go to the specialty stores like I went to, which by the time you get there with fuel, it's about the same as if you bought these 2 packs. But if you buy them in 1 container like I bought when we went and got ribs, that container costs $1.80 in the supermarket, 75 cents where I bought it. Or you can get 10-pack, 2 5-packs for the value of 4 containers. Figure it out. Doesn't take a genius to So considering that I can't even get through, I'm yet to get through a sitting of an actual packet of noodles. I managed to eat the cup. But I haven't managed to eat cooked noodles thus yet. I've struggled. Oh wow. You can see that short time I've been talking, it's just absorbed all the milk. That's me done. Now, I didn't get a great deal of sleep last night, so I'm going to try and make the most of what the kids are at school and have a bit of a nana nap, or as in Colombia, a siesta. And hopefully I wake up nice and refreshed. And I'm thinking of doing a trip to Costco in the next couple of days. Well, my husband will have to drive me, of course. And getting some Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, because it's one of the only places that sells it, and they sell nice decent containers for like $11, or you can buy one at, we have 2 main chain supermarkets. We've got Coles and Woolworths. By the way, none of this stuff is sponsored, obviously. I'm very new at this. And yeah, so we don't have a great range of places to choose from. We have Indian small owned grocers, or Chinese ones, but they don't have, I haven't encountered a Korean one. Or I've seen kimchi here and there. My sister absolutely loves it. One of her primary school friends was always inviting her over, because their family absolutely love my little sister, and they were friends for many, many years. And she used to go there, and they used to make Korean beef and kimchi and all these foods, and my sister just fell in love with the food. And every now and then she'd come home with these marinating beef pieces. She'd put it on the stove and cook it up till very nice and tender, and it would literally just melt in your mouth. It was so divine. To this day, I don't know what the dish is called, but I know my sister had the recipe there for a little bit, but she's not much of a cook, so she does a lot of packaged pizzas or lasagnas or things like that, when we like to cook from scratch, because I don't know, it's just my husband and I enjoy cooking, and even though I have to cheat a lot of the steps because I've got to get help, it's not so much cheating, it's just, for me, it's frustrating, because I used to cook for 3 days, for a bash, and host a dinner party, for the whole entire reptile park, and feed everybody Indian cuisine and make the dessert as everyone's eating. So there's got a fresh gulab jamun balls, and it was really fun. That was one of my highlights of my chefing career, was doing that, I think, and winning competitions and stuff like that for plating, display. I quite liked it. I liked making artwork out of my presentation of my food. I thought it was nice making it look pretty, plus the graphic designer in me came out. Anyways, getting off track. I'd like to say, my darling bees, I hope you have a great day. I love you and I appreciate you, and I hope to speak to you later today. I hope you enjoy your food, and I hope it's more variety than what I get. But we do, talking about takeaways, we do have KFC, which I find too salty and dry. We've got Hungry Jack's, aka Burger King. We've got a Porto, which I don't like. Only their grilled corn I like there. What's the other ones? Gomez. It's I guess it's like a Taco Bell equivalent, where it tastes. It originally it began being all Latin American staff, Spanish speaking people, and slowly they've started incorporating a lot of Australian people, which has changed the flavour of the food, which I found very disappointing, because it was one of my favourite places to eat. And I used to eat like 2 people's servings when I was pregnant in hospital, because I didn't eat for so much of my pregnancy, and at the end of it, when I was in hospital on medications and stuff like that, where I was bedridden, I was able to eat because they kept my morning sickness and my hydration under control. So I ended up putting on a lot of weight at the end of my pregnancy, because I would just crave Gomez. So on my husband's way home from work, he'd go to work, finish work, come see me, then go home, drive like half an hour to get home, do what he has to do, then get up 4 o'clock in the morning, get up, go to work, and do it all over again for 3 months. And then when Bub came, I think he worked for another 4 months before I started having a lot of spinal issues again, and I had to start going on my strong medications, therefore I was unable to breastfeed. So with my daughter, I was on very minimal medications, so I was able to keep breastfeeding for a lot longer. Not that she gave me much choice. She would literally climb over, attach to herself, and be laying across both her father and I. And yeah, till she was 2.5. And I finally just went, I can't. You're hurting my back so bad. Every time she'd latch on, it was like oh my goodness, 10 kilos or whatever laying on you, and it was too much. Way too much. My kids are both very happy because they can both wrap their arms around me. And my son plays with my loose skin. He's like jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Oh, look at that. Tuck shop lady arms from Loose Skin. Yeah. Stretch marks. At least still got some muscle. Haven't lost that yet. So, not much of it, but I've still got a little bit. So, anyway, guys, I've been blabbering on for 30 minutes, so I think it's time to say hasta mañana. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully I'll see you after this afternoon or whatever. Until then, bon voyage. Bye.